Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Keith Dyas, and I serve as Roseman's representative on the board of directors of the Antelope Valley East Current Water Agency. I'm also AVEK's current vice president, and I'm seeking re-election in November to represent you for 4 more years. I'm proud to say that Roseman has been my hometown for 50 years. I've been married to my wife Kathy for 31 years. We have 3 children and 2 grandchildren. I attended Roseman Public Schools from grades 1 through 12, graduating from Roseman High School in 1970 and honored as class valedictorian. In 1975, I earned my Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering at Cal Poly Pomona. And in 1989, I earned a Master of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from Fresno State. I've worked at Edwards Air Force Base for 26 years, 10 years of which was as the base water resources engineer, where I was responsible for all new water-related projects, including almost $10 million in new construction. Water wells to pipelines to pump stations. And during the 20 years that I've served you on the AVEK board, I've strongly supported reduction in property tax rates. In fact, AVEK's property tax rates today are 50% lower than what they were when I first took office. I fought to maintain high quality water standards, and I've consistently opposed the use of chloramines as a disinfectant. Vote for me, a Roseman High School graduate who's proud to defend his hometown's water. Thank you.
It's a great audience. There's a lot of you here, and I'm glad to see you're taking an interest in this. Give you a little bit of background about me. My family has lived in the Antelope Valley for 98 years. My grandfather started our business, Rottman Drilling Company, in 1928. So we've been here a long time. I graduated from Quartz Hill High School back in 1995. I attended New Mexico Military Institute and graduated with an associate's degree and a commission as a lieutenant in the U.S. Army in '97. I then transferred to Texas State University and graduated in 1999 with a Bachelor of Business Administration. After that, I attended the Field Artillery Officer Basic course and I graduated in 2000. After spending 3 years in the Texas National Guard in college, I went on and did 4 years of active duty at Fort Hood, Texas. All told, I spent 7 years as an officer. My last assignment, I was a captain. I was an intelligence officer and interrogator in Tikrit, Iraq with the 4th Infantry Division. I got out of the Army in 2004 and came back to Rottman Drilling full-time to start moving into the presidency. My dad is in the path of retiring, so I'm pretty much running the company now with my wife, Nia. Water is my life's work, and it's also my family's life's work. Why I want to do this? I'm a homeowner and a taxpayer. I get tired of seeing all the assessments on my property tax bill like a lot of people do, and I want to do what I can to make sure AVEK's part keeps those taxes as low as possible.
The vast majority of the expense I've spent on my billboards has been a loan to myself from my retirement accounts.
My campaign expense has been a loan to myself out of my life savings. If Mr. Fuller is going to be a second director, I'd probably have to vote no. If there's going to be a secondary job for him, something that is going to be to the benefit of the community and the ratepayers, and I would vote for that, but no on a second director.
AVEK chairman of an ad hoc committee assigned to define Mr. Fuller's role with the agency. In discussions with Mr. Fuller regarding a potential for a new contract, Mr. Fuller informed us that he was leaving the agency effective 31 October. Whiskey's for drinking and water's for fighting over. That famous quote is just as true today here in the Antelope Valley as it was in the 1800s when Mr. Twain first said it. And I'm living proof because I'm a 20-year veteran of the local water wars. During the 20 years I've served you on the AVEK board, I've seen numerous attempts by LA County to take Roseman groundwater. And despite the fact that the 7-member AVEK board consists of 6 Los Angeles County directors and only 1 Kern County director, and you're looking at him, I'm the Lone Ranger. Despite the fact I've been outnumbered 6 to 1, I've been able to stall or stop every scheme LA County has thrown at us. I didn't do it by myself. I had a lot of help from the good people of Roseman and East Kern. I had the Roseman Community Services District, the Roseman Municipal Advisory Council. I had Supervisor Steve Perez, and after him I had Supervisor Don Maven. We had other people like Jack Stewart, Bill Deaver, Lorelei Oliot, Randy Scott, and some good Roseman citizens like Wayne and Christina Scott, who went to the AVEK board meetings and helped me stand up for Roseman's water rights. So I'm proud to say that during the 20 years that I've served you, not 1 drop of Roseman groundwater has been taken by LA County. And if you choose to re-elect me in November, I vow that I will continue to lead the fight to keep Roseman groundwater in Roseman. Thank you.
I have to stress that I am getting into this purely to serve my community. I know what it means to serve, and I hope that you elect me to serve the community of Roseman, Boron, Cal City, Edwards, and East Kern. I'm doing this purely for altruistic reasons. I in no way am going to do anything to put my company in a position to benefit. I want to ease any concerns of that. I want to use my experience and my expertise in the water of the valley and in drilling to help you with water banking projects and to understand the water issues going on in the valley, both above ground and below ground. Because we're in a desert, and without water, we cease to exist. This is the West. Water wars have been going on ever since the first people crossed over and lived here, and it's not going to stop. And my pledge to you is to make sure that what belongs to us is going to stay here and be used by us. Thank you.